Air defense missile complex S-125 Pechora performed well in actual combat, having taken part in numerous armed conflicts. Over 500 units have been shipped in some 35 countries. However, its combat performance in Serbia and Middle East revealed, along with high effectiveness, a need for modernization. The project to upgrade air defense missile complex Pechora into Pechora 2M, successfully implemented by Defense Systems, an international financial industrial group, has led to full-scale changes that make it safe to assert that the new complex, built virtually from scratch, can meet the challenges of the new century. The Pechora 2M modernized air defense missile complex comprises up to 2 UNV-2M antenna stations, UNK-2M command post, SM-RB-125-2M missile battery including 3 to 8 self-propelled missile launchers, BR-14-2M transporter loader, one issued to each missile launcher. Now the complex is 100% mobile and can move on any kind of roads. While it travels, the missiles can be stored either on the transporter loader or their launchers. Standard travel speed is 50 km per hour on highways and 20 km per hour when navigating over country roads. During trial runs, production models covered some 12,000 km. The battalion has reached the position. The crew leaves the cabin. Modern ergonomic solutions employed in creating trucks, cabs, and UNK-2M control cabins allow the crews to switch from traveling to tackling combat tasks. The complex switches from the travel mode to stationary and back in less than 25 minutes. When the battalion reaches the new position, the air defense missile complex performs positioning and topographic adjustment. MRK-27 satellite navigation complex can track coordinates and speed of the air defense missile complex on its move to the new position and perform topographic adjustment and relative orientation for any unarranged deployment site. Battalion facilities deployed, the crew begins laying cables. Having made a step into digital era, the transmission of radar and optical data, command issuing, telecode data exchange between facilities and the command post are performed over fiber optic cable and radio link. New means of data exchange allow the control cabin to be up to 250 meters away from the antenna station, thus reducing the risk of the crew being the immediate target during the enemy attack. The antenna station and missile launcher can be positioned up to 300 meters away from one another, being connected via field cable or radio link. Communication lines are now set up and the antenna station commander reports to the battalion commander that the system is ready for leveling and deploying the antenna station. Deployment folding up process of Pechora 2M differs greatly from that of its predecessor. All units come with independent power supplies. The majority of operations are executed automatically. Manual operations do not require excessive effort and amount to fixing moving parts in mobile or deployed positions. The antenna stations and missile launchers are equipped with electronic hydraulic and electronic mechanic control systems that handle deployment and leveling. This provides automatic stabilization of platform position of up to 10 angular minutes, as well as manual and semi-automatic control modes. Upon completion of leveling procedure and reporting to the battalion commander, the crews start to deploy and install antennas. Loading of the missile launcher is carried out with the aid of PR-14-2M transporter loader vehicle. In Pechora 2M, a boost engine of 5V-27D standard missile was also modernized so that the effective distance is expanded to 32 km. KRTZ electronic countermeasure system that consists of several autonomous emitters operating at the same frequency as missile guidance station is placed some distance away from the battalion position. It ensures survivability along with command post offset from the center point of firing position and reduced number of cable connections. Therefore, the missile battery is immune to anti-radar weaponry that, if used, loses its target in 98%. Efficiency against anti-radar missiles was tested during field tests in which 6 X-58 and AGM-88 HARM cousin anti-radar missiles were launched to the position of missile guidance station. A standard version of electronic countermeasure system was deployed that includes 6 OE-125s which acted as UNV-2M antenna station. All missiles hit the decoy of antenna station, causing no damage to the real one. In fact, the electronic countermeasure system not only successfully cheated the missiles, it survived them entirely, which verified its application in situations when the enemy deploys anti-radar missiles. Combat operation for the battery starts with the crew members man their workstations and prepare the hardware to switching on. UNK cabin houses automated workstations for battalion commander, guidance operator, and launch operator. After the anti-aircraft missile hardware has been powered up, the missile guidance station runs functional testing procedures. Automated diagnostic system instantaneously detects and isolates faults at cell or unit level. Design features of station components allow fast repair or replacement of faulty units. Modern warfare highlights operation security of air defense missile complex as one of the primary requirements. With this in view, Pechora 2M uses optic-electronic system for target detection and destruction. A new optic-electronic system works in TV mode in daylight and in infrared imaging mode in both daylight and nighttime. Target detection and tracking is possible in direct visibility conditions at distances of up to 60 km in daylight and up to 30 km in nighttime. A radar station outputting a situation in digital form over telecode channels can serve as an early warning and tracking station. At customer's request, ADMC Pechora 2M can be interfaced with any of these radar stations, for example, P18M. P18M radar station is fully integrated in Pechora 2M complex, supporting all data transmission channels as well as telecode and operational command communication. While in co-op, MGS tracking system automatically processes coordinates given by external target designation. Detection zone specifications for standard equipment and target designation available. Effective target area 2 square meters. Without interference, target altitude 7 km, 69 km minimum. Without interference, target altitude 350 meters, 35 km minimum. With active interference 2000 watt per MHz at antenna directional pattern. Jamming station is put at the distance of 100 km. Altitude 7 km, more than 35 km. Altitude 350 meters, more than 35 km. Vertical span of destruction zone 20 meters to 20 km. Battalion is put on a red alert to hit the target dropped from the carrier airplane.
Принял. Рассвет 2, рассвету.
Отвечаю.
Сброс мишени.
Смотрю, наблюдаю разделение, многократно.
6.
Да, сброс подтверждаем, вижу.
Самолет-носитель в безопасную зону. При выходе доклад. Рассвет 2, рассвету.
Отвечаю.
Сопровождаете?
Сопровождаю, азимут 18, дальность 17, высота 4,5 километра. Сопровождаю устойчиво. Прошу команду на подготовку изделия.
Минутная боеготовность, изделие на подготовку.
Ракета на подготовке.
6 рассвету.
Ракета на подготовке.
Принял.
Рассвет второму.
Отвечаю.
Рассвет второй, изделие готово, к работе готово.
Рассвет 2, рассвету, запись включена, работу разрешаю.
Внимание, 6, съемка, съемка, работаем, пуск. Есть ответ. Есть захват. Есть захват. Наведение. Наведение нормальное. Дальность 10.
Внимание! Встреча!
Встреча,
Есть
подрыв.
цель уничтожить.
5,5. Возврат. Возврат.
The next launch is performed in the presence of foreign delegation. The test manager shows the hit targets to the members of delegations. Air Defense Complex took part in a total of 70 fire trials. Target destruction at distances of more than 30 km at small altitudes with revamped guidance methods, with active interference, destruction of different kinds of targets, including dummies of cruise missiles. Also successful were trials including destruction of year-to-tear small targets on the collision course, double launch at pursuit course, in protective jamming conditions and burst firing. At the final stage of field tests, Pechora M air defense missile complex successfully destroyed 2 target missiles Stage 2 and Stage 3. The trials are complete, and now the battalion starts folding up the complex for redeployment using car platforms. Combat readiness is maintained by supplying spare parts and units, high-frequency devices, mechanic units, and assemblies, as well as control and measuring equipment. At customer's request, a stationary repair module can be deployed on the customer's premises. The module is rigged with modern diagnostic and technological equipment that allows to perform full-service maintenance of Pechora M air defense missile complex. To ensure effective operation of diagnostic and technological equipment of the repair module, customer's maintenance personnel is trained in Defense Systems Training Facility. Training of combat crews, engineers, operation and maintenance personnel takes place in Defense Systems Training Facility. Training facilities include a training room with simulators of automated workstations in control cabin to exercise functions of the crew in different air and interference conditions. Showcases with functional diagrams of UNK, UNV, missile launcher, transporter loader, electronic countermeasure system and structural diagrams for more complex equipment. Demonstration dummies. Training programs and films. At customer's request, we offer a complex of technical equipment that allows complete training of combat crews without adverse impact on the status of air defense systems of the country as well as proficiency examination of the trainees. One shipping option of the training complex may serve as a backup air defense facility on the purchasing country. Utilizing the existing experience of upgrading Pechora to M air defense missile complex, Joint Stock Company Defense Systems seeks ways of further development of the complex in the following directions. Designing a new version of the cabin for UNK-2M, which will include introduction of workstation for the commander of the group of air defense missile launchers Pechora-2M, which will combat survivability of the group. Enhancement of information support and ergonomics of workstations. Enhancement of accuracy of target and missile tracking. Upgrading missile guidance stations, especially in conditions of interference or special emission security. Upgrading communication and navigation facilities. Weight and size reduction. Increasing efficiency of crew training. Production plants of defense systems has entered mass production and assembling on the Pechora-2M complex. At the same time, research and development institutes of defense systems continue to work in the advanced directions which will make Pechora even more formidable and invulnerable. Pechora-2M goes to the combat duty in the country which air frontiers were gutted by its predecessor. Pechora-2M has taken combat duty in the 21st century.